everybody, Ashley Bottoms back again for another exciting episode of Tales from the Game Room. I'm really excited to be back, and I'm excited to be here to bring you some reviews. I want to thank everybody over at Atari Age for their continued support. I know I'm reviewing Saturn games now, but I plan on reviewing games from other platforms as well, and I will most likely be returning to the Intellivision scene soon. So don't lose hope. I'm still there for you guys, but keep watching what I present on other systems, because honestly, you know, you might come across a gem that I'm reviewing that you may not have known about, and it's good to have all this knowledge. The game that we're reviewing today is another Saturn game, Fighters Megamix for Sega Saturn. A little backstory on this game, if I might. Saturn came out and you had Virtua Fighter 2. Which was by far one of the most advanced polygon fighting games of its era. You also had another game come out called Fighting Vipers, which stood in its own right. It was actually a really good game. It wasn't polygons per se, but it had its own unique gameplay that made it stand out on its own. And what happened was they combined the two to make a game called Fighters Megamix. I will say that while it has its good and bad points, I will tip my hat off to the people that made this game, because I'll be honest with you, there are 32 characters in this game that you can use to fight as, plus so many more hidden fighters, and we can get into that in a moment. I'm impressed with the gameplay. I'm impressed with the way it's presented. Everything, the music, everything is just, it works. If you are a fan of Fighting Vipers, Virtua Fighter, or just really fighters in general, I really recommend this game. It kept me busy many a nights when I had nothing to do when I was younger, and I'm going to have a go at it today. So join me as we give you Fighters Megamix on Sega Saturn. Alright, so without any further ado, let's delve into this wonderful game that is Fighters Megamix. I'm just going to play one player mode, make it simple, me versus the computer. There are a few that I still have not unlocked. One of them, unfortunately, that I want to use is the Daytona car from Daytona, USA. Yes, you heard me right. The Daytona USA car, the racer, is actually a character in this game. I will more than likely pick someone from the Fighting Vipers, because I did tend to like that game somewhat more. You have characters from some of the Sonic games, the Fighting Vipers, Virtua Fighter Kids. There's just more characters than I can even shake a stick at this point. Like any fighting game, it's a button masher. You know, sometimes you can get lucky, so the strategy is there for the ones, the diehards that want the strategy. But it's also easy for kids to pick up and just button mash. B button is your punch. C button is your kick. Y button is your knee. I'm not really sure. I haven't done special moves in a while, but we're going to just have fun with this. Most of these games that were very popular in the 90s were so because you had to come up with button presses and to get special moves like that. There's just ways to do it. What I like about Fighters Megamix, and they incorporated into from Fighting Vipers, is that you can actually, if you hit the opponent right, you can actually knock them through the background, which is one thing I really liked about this game. There is some draw in, but you have to understand it's the Sega, it's 32-bit. It is what it is. And of course I won the match. So, which is really cool because I haven't played this game in quite a while.
Ready, go!
combinations are awesome in this game. It really adds to the replay value.
Fight. Ready, go!
Personally, I'm not a big fan of fighting the same character I play as. That's the one drawback for me in this game. I always feel that if I'm fighting as a character, then that character should be omitted from the computer characters. As you can see, just by kicking and punching and the occasional combination, I can actually get, pretty far through this game. So, I mean, it's definitely something that kids can pick up and play, as well as adults.
Ready, go! Fight. Ready, go!
What I like is I'm actually not too bad at this game. I'm giving you guys an idea of the flavor of what makes this game shine. And it is one of my personal favorites in the fighting genre. The replays are always a selling point for any fighter game.
Fight. Ready, go! Yeah, I won! Game over!
7 stages without even trying. The only problem I have with this game, like I said, if you're a die-hard purist for these fighting games, as you can see, just with punches and kicks, I got through the game. The upside is that every character has different characteristics and different styles of fighting and different moves, so it does present some challenge. If you don't like a character, if you find a character's too easy, simply try a different character. There are some that are really hard to control, and there are some that are really easy to control. Plus the fact that you have, like I said, Daytona, Virtua Fighter Kids, Sonic, I think Virtual Cop is in this. There are at least 5 different types of games they took characters out of just to put together for this game. Is this game worth it? Yes, definitely worth it. If you are a fan of fighting games, this game should be in your collection. If it's not, shame on you. If you're looking to find it, you can find them usually on eBay. You could get lucky on Craigslist. On a scale of 1 to 10, it's probably about a 5 or 6 in difficulty to obtain. eBay is probably your best bet, but on eBay you're probably going to pay a little bit more for it. I wouldn't pay more than $20 for this. It's got a lot of replay value. It has a lot of unlockable characters. It has which gives it replay value, and it's a lot of fun. And it's one of those games where you can just enjoy it or take your frustrations out on it. And I think it's one of the reasons why I like it so much. It's very versatile, and like I said, you could play it with your kids. The kids can play it with their adults. It's just a very well-rounded game, in my opinion. If you haven't played it, what are you waiting for? This game's been out for about 17 years, so get off your butt and get it. Tune into my radio show, my podcast show, Bottoms Up Appetite for Discussion, every Saturday evening live at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on unregularradio.com. We also air repeat episodes every Monday night at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on cneuradio.com. Until next time, I'm Ashley Bottoms. Until next time, see you on the Game Grid programs. Stay true. I'm going to go put my high score right now.